Test. Ah. I switched it on. At least I did that part. So for some reason it was disconnected. I had to reselect it again on Streamlabs. So just looking what I've got all lined down. Right. I try to be a bit more organized. I actually have been... So last week we did the base. Got the base all ready. Ooh. And it's taped at the moment because we still have to figure things out. We've got the inside for the little hole so that we can do that. So you go light over there. And we started drawing the handle. Draw the glare. And I have actually been drawing... Oh, you can't see that. But I show it when we go top down. It's not easier. I have been trying to make it a bit more correct. Easier. It had to be a bit wider and a bit bigger. Well, you know. And then I needed a bigger piece of paper and I thought, you know what, I can do that on stream. So, just making sure my microphone is there. Right, oh, nice coffee. I needed that. So, ooh. Just moving forward. So, what we'll do on stream today is try and just pieces of paper are here. Here we go. And to start building the handle as, let me see, I've got it here. So we're working on the Chainsword. So at the moment, and I'm pointing again at my screen with my mouse, which you can't see. Hello! Hey, Henrik! And I just always I feel like I should say your dad's jumper cables, but I know you're Chappy, so hey guys! Welcome to the stream! I was just saying, I've actually been a good girl and I've been actually drawing today, that's why I wasn't online. So we be building the handle, so the grey part of the chainsword. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the resubscribe. Oh no! Did you see that? I got lines again, but this time on my other camera. Does this mean I need a new PC? Oh, for fuck's sake, I really don't want to buy that. Yeah, I've been good today. It's been bright and sunny, which is really nice. You don't realize how much the weather influences your mood. You don't realize how much the weather changes your mood until the weather changes, and it's been grey and rainy, and even though it's been snowing a lot last week, and all the snow disappeared because it's gone above freezing again, and it was just grey, dark, even when it was supposed to be still sun. But today, bright sunshine, and it makes such a difference on your mood. So, but no, the problem is the bits in my PC for my streaming are old bits on my gaming PC, and they are getting old. I've got a new hard drive in there, got new memory in there, new PSU. But the graphics card and the motherboard and CPU are pretty old. The graphics card is a GTX 660 because yes, that's what I was playing until 3 years ago. I was playing with a GTX 660. And the CPU, the motherboard and CPU are older now as well. But I am worried that I first thought it was my webcam that points down, my desk, but not my face cam as I call that one, but my streaming cam was getting streaks while I was streaming, which is annoying for you guys to watch because it's I need to have decent quality. So I have another Logicam on my gaming PC for meetings that I do. I thought, switch them over and they should be alright. And actually it's been okay. But now I saw that on my face cam and that one is okay, second hand because I don't buy new. All my stuff is old. But to have to replace the maybe motherboard, CPU or graphics card, it's just I don't want to buy stuff for this stream PC. I would be buying stuff for my gaming PC and then moving the old parts into this part. So so yeah. So anyways, it's just the cost. This month my car insurance is up and can we just have a month of not having to spend a lot of money? Yeah, I mean, I've been building PCs before Intel had CPUs, so it's not a massive problem for me to just build a new. I would buy a new case now as well because the case is missing a foot, so it's a bit unstable. I've duct taped a piece of cardboard underneath, so it's it's not moving as much anymore, but still. So yeah, yeah. Somebody said, "Oh, you should have a DLSR." It's like, how much money for the one stream I do a week? But yeah. Well, we will see. We will. Right. Where's my Catfield's character? I've had that case. Now I'm trying to think because I bought a new case for my gaming PC because I got fed up with the broken leg, the broken foot on it, and I wanted a fancy one. So now I have one with RGB fans in them. First of all, I lived in the UK, so it was at least before 2017. I think we're going back at least probably about 10-15 years that I've had that case. And the cases are so cheap these days. I remember when I first started buying my PC parts. Right, crafting. Here we go. If you spot lines on this camera, this one, let me know. But if you look at how it was, and we're going back to 2000, so 25 years ago when I really started building PCs, also for other people. Even then, back in 95, 96, when I really started gaming, if I went to any of the computer fairs that you had those days, because you didn't really have these specialized computer shops like you have today, and this was back in the Netherlands, and then to have guys going up to me, "Are you sure you know what you need?" I'm like, yes. So yeah, I've been building PCs for some time now. So, right. This paper curls, it's really annoying. Anyway. So I have slowly been drawing to see if we could find out. There's two parts in this. So you've got the part. Oh, hang on. Let me get my handle back up. Hi. Here we go. Alright, let me move you so it doesn't cut my head off. So that's kind of, well, the middle bit. The handle's going to be a... Yes, exactly. The fact that I was, while I was in the army, I was mostly fixing everybody's laptops, because it was quite new to have laptops with, you know, for the work that we did. So there's two parts. So you've got the part that sits here with the oh, I have an idea. I just suddenly had an idea. The part that has like the vents, so it's the second layer, and then you got the bottom layer that has this part in with the vents for the damn it, I have an idea. Yeah, people in IT being sexist. Who would have thought? It's, yeah. Okay. Just taping the paper to my desk so it doesn't fucking move. And yes, I have two cutting mats here. Right, fine, excellent. Here we go. So you've got this bit. And that bit. Up there. So, and I realised this could have been wider. So I also realised that, of course, there's still a piece of foam coming to the ends of the ends, so that, you know, the 7mm foam on each side. So we have to make sure that I add those as well. We got the bit that's here. That's the second part, but I need to start with the bottom parts because that goes over it. So, oh yes, I remember now. That's why I had it like this. So, but then it still means that these might have to move. Yeah, I made them bigger. Excellent. Right. So I need to redraw this. And then just draw the bottom part. And then make the second part with this part so that I can put it on top so that we know when we try it, see if it fits. Right. So it might slightly be a bit more of a more boring stream because I'll be drawing a lot. But this is so I built the second iteration of the Chainsword with a combination of two patterns. But of course the Chainsword that she's holding is different from the standard Chainsword pattern. So when I realised that, I know I need to start again. No, I've literally been looking at that on screen and literally just going, that's a 1.5 centimeters and that's 2 centimeters. So that's kind of the scale that I need to draw on. So, because this is, I know the width of that. So let's first, how much did I cut off here? So make this the middle. So this is where the handle's gonna sit. So yeah, I've literally been just going, right, this is this much, this is this much. So this is what's going on. Let me put these away. Where can I? You'd think that a 175 by 80 table is big enough, but it's never big enough. So this is the Chainsword. So this is the base. So there's going to be a piece of 2mm foam, 20mm foam, it's 2 centimeters. That's going to go on the end of here, and then everything around it. So it becomes a box that when I take this apart, that's the part that goes off. So well, they say size doesn't matter, but you know, we all know the truth. So if we are, and then on the ends of the, I should have grabbed the 20mm foam, but I didn't. So say for instance this is 10mm foam. So this sits at the end. Like here. So am I making it this way around, or do I make it the other way around? So on top. I think that's what I was going to do, because I think that's stronger. Right. So I am going to use, for the sides, so this is 5mm foam. It's really, really thin. So I'm going to use 7mm foam, which is in between this thickness and that thickness. So that's one 10mm foam. So that means I have to add 7mm, so there. And same here. Five, 6, 7. There. Yeah. And the 2mm foam is 2 centimeters. Oh, for God's sake, stick to the fucking tape. So for instance, on my bolt pistol, I used 20mm foam in the base. So in here, there's 2 big pieces. So now I'm building this out of 10mm foam because I need the inside. So it depends on the foam that you take. So you stay there. It's pretty much, come on camera. And I dropped something again. Will you camera please? Thank you. Yes, there's more falling on the floor. Anyways, so this is 10mm foam. So you've got high density EVA foam and you've got low density EVA foam. So you're gonna guess that's low density EVA foam, and this is really difficult to bend. I have to really push hard. It's high density foam, so it's a lot more rigid. So this is the making sure I don't. God damn it. So this piece that bends is low density foam. So it's a lot more rigid once you put everything together and make it into a box. So that's the difference. So anything that needs to bend, I'll make out of low density foam. Anything that needs to be rigid, I make out of the high density foam. You stay there. So when you make a box out of it, it just stays together quite well. And also, if I feel like, for instance, there's going to be problems, like when I slide things in and it's not rigid enough, what I can do is get really thin piece of oh, what's it called again? It's rigid plastic, so I can just put it in places where I need rigidity, and then just make it around so that it stays like that. I know that if I make this box that I have to slide in and out, you know, maybe I need something to go inside the handle that I have to take out when I want to transport it. But once it's on, it's okay. Why are you not sticking? Oh, that's nice. Right, so I made some calculations. Whether they're correct or not, I'm not sure yet, but we'll get there slowly. Especially since we've got on the inside, this is where the teeth start on the chainsword. So, oh. The nice thing of EVA foam is that if you heat it up and you then hold it in a certain, so you usually do this a lot with the low density foam. So if you want something to be going around, so like these, like my calf armor, this is quite rounded. So what you do is you heat it up and it becomes more pliable. Because that's actually high density foam. Because I need it to be quite rigid. So this is high density foam. And it's pretty much the way it's put together. It's just pretty much rigid. So, what did I make for calculations? I said 6 centimeters. So on the top of the handle, it goes straight and then it goes up. And I've measured, that's probably going to be about 6 centimeters. Whether it's going to be right or not, I don't know yet. But and then I said it's probably going to go up with about 3 centimeters, wasn't it? Yeah. So I'm literally just guesstimating at the moment. So this is the bit that's at the back and then goes up, and then after a certain amount of time, did I make 3 centimeters again? No, it's a little bit shorter. So let's say 2.5 centimeters. Used to have the start of that cover, of like this cover. That's going. It's going around like that. Now it will have to be bigger than that, because of course it's going to have to, that piece needs to go and rest on it. So but let's make that there. Just a warning for everybody that's not a subscriber. JR, welcome. How are you today? Because it has to rest on, so this part has to rest on something. So it needs to like, it starts there, but of course it needs to rest on something, so it needs to go over. But more importantly, now that we have an idea of how we're gonna figure it out. Awesome! So, now, how much centimeters is that? That's a 2 centimeters. So I said, doing pretty good. It's been actually nice and sunshiny here today, so it's felt better, you know? So this part starts at the 2 centimeter line, so let's... Oh fuck, that's not a straight line. There we go, is that better? Yeah. So this is the middle, so this is where the handle starts. And we said... Oh, no, don't write that in yet, because that's going to be separate. Okay. So, this is 6 centimeters to the handle. Oh, hang on. Damn it. I need to add the 7 millimeters again. Hi, I told you, Sue! Yes, this is the thing with the time zones. Oh no! I am so anal about my phone. So I need to make sure. Oh, there's an ad! I am so sorry, there's an ad! Apologies, everybody. Not if you're a subscriber, of course, but you know. And this is why we have an eraser. So from here it needs to be 3 centimeters. And then I said 2.5 centimeters that away. We can do that from here. So 1, 2.5. So that's where the cover is going to sit, but we have to make it longer. And right, everybody's back. I am so sorry. You must have just gotten an ad once you came in. I was going to ask, did you manage to stream? Did it all go all right? So this is where the handle starts. Going right today. So if you look at the picture, if you go down, then it goes up a bit, and then it's got the stick out bit for the handle. So I've got the handle here. So that's where the handle starts to go back. I'll probably have to make a new one because I think it's going to need to be bigger, but that's where the handle's going to be able to start. Because in my peripheral view, the start of this top bit that goes up and the start of this handle are on the same line. So that's why. And from there it's 4 centimeters, and that's going to start this. So now I need to redraw this part. So first let's It is 20 centimeters and it starts at it's 3.5 centimeters, is it? 3.5 centimeters to that. So 3.5 centimeters here, and then you have to go out. We have to $19.5. So 19.5. Okay, and how long is this? 3.5. Here we go. And I said, so this is kind of what I've calculated. And then I ran out of paper here. I need to go lower than that. So 1.5 centimeters down. And then how long have we gone to go in? 2 centimeters. So these are things that I've kind of already started organizing and thinking about. And then I need to make this to a curve. Yep. I need, have I got, yes I do. Here we go. My point's gone like blunt as anything. There we go. Alright. Put you back. Now. So one of the things I need to think about is try and make this straight. Oh, don't need to go there. So what I need to think about is this is the first layer. So even though you can't see it because it's underneath the other layer, I need to be able to put the other layer on top. But this has to be hidden. Now the question is, so you can see the circular, where's my old one? There we go. Give me a second. So when you see at the top where the ventilator is, where this cover is. So on my old one, it's kind of like this. Yeah. Probably more this way. Here we go. So I kind of made that cut out. Now the question is, so one of the things I did and realized is, if you look at how long these slits are compared to the image, I think they should be a little higher, should be shorter, so they should be like there. Because they're more like online with this little corner here. Now, this, I'm wondering how am I going to just run that all the way through? Because I wonder as well, because I actually cut mine, to show you. So I cut mine so it's not a full circle, but I'm wondering if this should be a full circle or a half circle or something. So I need to have a look into that. So, but that depends what I'm going to do there. Whoops. Come on, stick. So, will you please stay stuck? Right. So the question is, oops, go there. And make is to have that just running from here, to have that circular pipe go that way. Because I do think that would work. So I think that might be the way I'm doing it. So I have to make it slightly bit longer here, so that the edge of the cover runs over it. So make it that long. So that's where the cover goes. And then this is the part that's going to be seen, but I need to mark. Oh, I can do that later on anyway. Sunkoi! Oh my god! I was sneaking in your stream while I was preparing for my stream. Oh my god! Thank you so much for the raid, Sunkoi. For those of you who are in my stream, Sunkoi is a amazing cosplayer. They have several cosplays. What? I think were you second place? You did enter the Warhammer cosplay competition, didn't you? I think they won second prize. Just correct me if I'm wrong, Sunkai. Oh, thank you so much for the follow me show. So they are at the moment working on a new cosplay, aren't you? Yes, Warhammer third. Okay, no, in my memory you were better. You were second. Yes, Warhammer Fest. I was planning on going to Warhammer Fest and then my life just fell apart. So yeah, that didn't go through. So for Sunkoi's followers, welcome to my stream. I'm Hebe. Well, true, very true. I just knew you won something. I can remember that because I actually watched it on the Warhammer channel. And I was like, Sunkoi! I am at the moment working on my... Oh, hang on. Let me get the picture up. Where's my mouse? Mouse. Here. Because at the moment I've got my Chainsword up. Here we go. I'm working on this cosplay. This is Sister Superior Augusta from the Battle of Sisters Order of the Bloody Rose. Hence she has a red armor and a black cloak with a white inside. We already completed a couple of things. We completed the dress, and I have a habit, I should call it, because to me she's a battle nun, so that's why she has a habit underneath. Oh, where's my here? That I finished that already. Long time ago. And we have some calf armor. That is completed. Well, almost completed. I am still working on very small details on the skull. that's on her knee. And I'm particularly proud about how I've managed to make this nice curve. This is the second way around, because before I made them in 7mm foam and they were too clunky, so I've made them now in 5mm foam. So I'm still working on little bits and pieces on the little edges here, but nobody wants to see me like sanding like this up close because, you know, can't show you. Oh, you haven't? Oh, because I think we talked about yeah, I just love the calf curves, because I think we talked about the fact I was making, because this is how long ago it is. This is the corset belt that I made. It's got proper spiral boning, metal spiral boning in it, and flat boning, of course, at the front, and then the closure. And I need to get a slightly shorter string, because the string just goes on, and it's a string for a proper corset. So yeah, we finished the thigh armor. That was quite simple. We've got the shoe armor completed. Now the problem is, this is also the third iteration of the shoe armor that I've done. At the moment here in Poland, it's cold. Yeah, I was really proud of that. It was my first time making a corset. And this was while you were I started on that while you were working on your Warhammer 1. So yeah, that's how long ago. So this is the shoe armor. This is the shoes that I'll be wearing underneath. And it's made so it bends, it moves when I'm walking. So I've got some Chicago screws there. So I have to wait to spray paint. I have to do it outside. If you work with Plastidip, it's just not safe inside. I have a cat, I have a gecko. I can't do that inside. So, you know, I have to wait till the spring again, you know. At least today was very nice and sunshiny. It's still cold though, but yeah. There's that. So what we're working on at the moment is the Chainsword. So this is my third iteration of the Chainsword. So the first time I forgot to put the handle in. So this is the third iteration. And it's still together with the tape. So, and this inside you have the place where the plastic pipe goes. And at the moment we're redesigning. So what I'm planning on doing, say for instance, if I want to go to Warhammer Fest or any cosplay that's not drivable, this is too long. It won't, in a normal suitcase, the maximum dimensions is 80 centimeters if it's diagonally. To be able to put it in normal in a normal suitcase. So now at the moment I'm working on, so go back to the Chainsword. So this is the one. Oh, here we go. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I'm gonna have a problem already with the backpack and the shoulders. So I will probably have to like have a plastic container. Luckily these days the airlines, they have like this maximum. So as long as it's like this maximum, the maximum total with the sides together, then I can put it and take it as normal luggage. So yeah, how I'm going to put the backpack in and the shoulders, I'm not sure yet, but we'll have to when we get there. But if I ever want to fly to any cosplay, so if I ever, you know, I get invited to go somewhere that I can't drive to. I live in Poland, so I can drive to pretty much anywhere. I could drive to the UK, but that takes it takes me one day. It takes me about 8 hours, and then I'll be somewhere in Germany, and then it takes me another 5-6 hours, and I can be at the coast in the Holland and take a ferry. But it's also an overnight ferry usually, so it takes me 2.5 days just to drive there, compared to the 1.5 hour flying it is. So we have to consider this. So at the moment what I'm doing is I've made the base, and I am going to make it so that I can take the grey part, the silver part of the chainsword off, so that becomes 2 pieces. So that's the plan. And so this is why I have the handle up at the moment, because that's what we're drawing at the moment. So there's 2 layers to it. So you got the bottom layer and then this ventilator cover thing. This is going to have to be redesigned as well. I decided to make it slightly bigger. I just realized it just wasn't big enough and it just looked odd. So at the moment we're drawing out the base layer so that we can make like a sleeve in principle, just slide it on. So now I'm at the moment working on drawing out the bottom part, which is a bit like this part, but bigger, because this needs to sit somewhere. Yeah, it needs to be larger, this part. So yeah, so we're going to figure this out. But yeah, suitcase space is an absolute pain. So what we decided on, so I think, so this is my off-screen drawing. So I think I said it's going to be 3 centimeters from there. Yes, that's so. So the middle of. Okay. So that's 11 and a half. So that's about here. I'm going 3 centimeters down. That much? Huh. Okay. And then it goes down like that, doesn't it? Okay, so it is pretty much a jigsaw puzzle. That the problem is I've had 2 different patterns from people that make patterns for the chainsaw, among other things. I mean, I made that pulp pistol from getting a STL and just unpacking it into Pepakura. And then puzzling it from there. But this one, it's you know, this is the artist that made this image. It's actually in one of the books about Sisters of Battle. It's someone I actually know. Nemanja Stankovic is the artist that drew this picture. But you have the same problem that you probably have as well, is that artists don't always draw with perfect dimensions. And also this one is slightly angled, so you're not going to get a perfect image unless, you know, like some gaming companies do, they actually give you a cosplay guide and actually have a good picture, front, back, sizes, stuff like that. Have the front and the back of everything with dimensions properly in. So unless you have that, you're like me and you're just puzzling, trying to figure out how things were put together. It's like on this image, I don't have an image of the back. Now, luckily with Warhammer, things like the backpack and shoulder pads are pretty much well documented. So I don't have to, you know, worry too much about, I don't know what the backpack looks like. Now, I was watching Rogue Hobbies, which is Suggs, who used to work for Games Workshop, because I love that woman, and even though I don't paint miniatures, I love watching her videos. And she have I now got on this one? No, I don't. It's probably in this stream. Here we go. So she showed us a new board game that's very grimdark, but more set in World War One with a couple of other things and pieces. It's called Trench Crusade. And for those of you who like, you know, miniature games and board games like Warhammer, it was really interesting. And then she showed this image. This is the Artillery Witch. And I fell in love. Now, again, this is an artist's image. This is actually one of the main people from Trench Crusade, who used to be an artist with Games Workshop, who created this image. Of course, there's no image of the back. There's only the image at the front. Yeah, it's such a great story and stuff like that. And I was like, I want to do this. There's a couple of things that I think are going to be reasonably easy. There's a lot of things like the dress, the cloak are going to be like standard patterned ideas. I'm going to have so much fun destroying it and making the damage on the image. The Edwardian ruffle is going to be a freaking nightmare, but I know there's patterns out there. Yeah, I really want to do this one. The one thing that's going to be an interesting way to try and figure out how to do is her mask. Because in principle you don't see. So I'm going to have to find a way of making eye holes big enough to be able to see through. I probably will have to have a handler to make sure I'm not, because there's no way I'm going to be able to see where my feet are. And we're last time I was discussing this, the bomb shouldn't be too difficult to make from foam. We just have to figure out a way of creating something see-through to hold it up. Yeah, there will be like there's. Yeah, exactly. you both you had the same idea. So to have it, because it's filigree, so this is a really high-res image, so I went all the way zooming in, and all this filigree work, and we were able to make the filigree work so that it's like when it's around my eyes, and I can just have the mesh around it so I can see through it. It's the same sort of mesh that I'll be using for here, behind here, so that the speaker's not visible. But yeah. Hi Zita. Yeah, Sunkoi says that you like Trench Crusade. Yep. So my darling ADHD was like, I want that one. So yeah, so I want to do this cosplay. I'm already tall. The Dutch are tall people. I'm 5'9", so you know that in that respect. Now, one thing I was looking at, like what she's got underneath, is it metal or is it leather? Because it could do both. I mean, this is World War One. Would they have metal armor? I don't know. Would it be leather? So these are discussions that I had in my head. But yes, I really, really, really want to do it. Yeah, I think it's metal. So I will probably use. I actually use like this thin 5mm foam. To make that. Yeah, I think so as well. But I think I'm gonna contact. I think it's Mark. Is his name? Who created this image? Yeah, true. True. Here you go, you guys. And if you have an ad, I'm sorry. So I think I'm gonna contact the guy that created this image and ask him if he has an image for the back, or if he's willing to give me just for the cape or for the back of the helmet head type thing. Don't know. Is there an ad at the moment, guys? I don't know. So yes. So yeah, I'm properly tempted. Yeah. Oh, so there is an ad break at the moment. So if you can still hear me, you're not got an ad, so you're happy. So I'm gonna ask them if they're willing to, even if it's a rough sketch or a rough idea of how the back looks like, because the miniatures that were made, so because they're really a lot easier than Games Workshop. They allow you to make the images, the miniatures from STLs. They've just left it blank, but I don't think it's blank. I think it's as intricate on the front as it's going to be at the back. So, but even the bomb made out of foam will be light enough that if I use something like maybe the make a acrylic rod and have that in between my, something like in between my fingers, so that if I hold it like this, the rod stays upright, and that's where the bomb balances on, like that. But yeah, I've been so tempted with this one. I just, there's a lot more, you know. Because the back of the armor is not visible, I just need to do straps. I don't have to worry visually, I think. Would it be better to have it done? Yeah, maybe. But yeah, just I am so tempted to do that. It's going to be such a challenge to do that helmet. Because it's so intricate. I don't know if I can... No, that's not gonna work. Okay, never mind. Go put you back. Now that's an idea. Now that's an idea. So you must have had an ad when I was talking about this. So what I was thinking actually is to make the bomb out of thin foam, like 5mm foam. Although it yeah, but the problem with helium is it degrades. So yeah, so what I was thinking is to have an acrylic rod, so something that's see-through. Do I have one nearby? No. To have an acrylic rod, and then have like, she's wearing gloves, I think. Her other arm is not visible as well. It's like, where is her other arm? Artists! I need the other arm! It's probably underneath her cape. Never mind. But to have to make it out of foam, because it's really, really light. I mean, this is a lower leg piece, and it's super light. And to have the acrylic rod, and then just go into the point of the bomb, and then have like something here between my fingers, so that I can hold the acrylic rod just up like this, and then be able to just take it off and put it down. But that's kind of the idea that I had, to use it that way. And And then if I ever do a photo shoot, what I could do, the acrylic rod, I could just wrap it into green fabric and be behind. I've got a green screen behind me. And the same problem is like this cup, where it has green here, it's see-through. You can see through it. Yeah, it's got green there as well. So I can wrap it in some green fabric, and on a green screen with for a photo shoot, you wouldn't see it. But yeah, my darling ADHD was like, and I also still want to do Ship Mrs. Brahms. And I only stream once a week because I don't have time. Although I have a little bit more time now. I finally finished, I handed in my last assignment on Monday for my project management certificate. So I'm not spending most Sundays trying to write whatever I need to write for the next assignment. So now I have to wait 8 weeks to get the results, which is just as annoying. But yeah, I really want to do this. But I think tomorrow I'm going to sit down and craft a message to the artist that drew this and see if they're willing to work with me. Because it's going to cost, this is the problem as always, money. I have a lot of foam, but I don't think I have enough. The fabric shouldn't be a problem. Thank you. It was paid for by work. Work was like, oh, here's personal development budget. And I was like, what can I do that work will accept, but I can also use for my own business? And project management is one of those things that work was okay with it, and it's also useful for my business. So I was like, score, you pay for it. And it was done at the Open University, so it's a proper micro-credential, as they call them. So yeah. But it's yeah, it's just having to go back to writing academically and adding all the references is my last degree was I finished in 2012 at the University of Salford, so it's like it was time. So, but yeah, I absolutely want to do this. Who knows? You know, he may never answer. I mean, when I started working on Ship Mrs. Brahms, I actually contacted the community managers for. Yeah, exactly. It's useful for everything. I contacted them and I got a couple of pictures before, you know, I wasn't allowed to show those pictures to anybody. But when I asked them more questions after that, I got no answers anymore. I was like, if they're willing to work with me the way they have been community-wise, and get me more images or give me an idea how the back looks. He doesn't have to make an extensively colored image like that, but just a sketch with like how would the back of this look. Then yeah, I might have to start looking into getting some black fabric and start looking out at making the Edwardian color, because that's gonna be a pain. Oh, but I follow a couple of people who use like old style stuff. So, but yeah. Anyways, back to this. I know my brain just wants to talk about different things. Especially since I already spent like a serious amount of money on the wig for Ship Mrs. Brahms as well. On just the base, so. But yeah, I decided that I really, really need to finish, because I started this Sisters of Battle about 2 years ago, maybe longer. And then in 2023, sadly enough, my mum, who had been battling cancer, she was taken into hospital in Belgium, and I literally packed my life, including my gecko, and yeah, and I spent 3 months in Belgium, 2 months of which she was in the hospital, and then she passed away, and I had to spend 1 month trying to deal with all the things that come with that. And then when I came back, I was like, I had no drive at all to go back to do cosplay. But my mum is the one that taught me how to sew. And I was like, right, I need to get back on track. So that's why last year I made the promise to go at least once a week on a Saturday. That's it. It's planned. It's in my diary. My ADHD cannot distract me from it. And I will have to do these 3 hours every week so that I can. And I normally before the stream I am working on things, so I'm trying to do the more boring things before the stream starts. So that I got, I drew this today, so that I knew now I can draw further and we can cut this out, start putting it on there, and have a look and see how it looks. And see if it works, or if we have to make any changes. So this is what I love. This is just paper, pattern paper, cardboard pen. But yeah, so that's why, everything in my life just kind of went haywire in 2023. And I've been trying to get back on top of things in 2024 and continuing. Also, I have created a Blue Sky account. So I only have now what I use, Instagram and Blue Sky and my YouTube, of course, where all my VODs are. So if you ever want to watch any of the rambling I did before this, and I agree, it's rambling. But yeah. Anyways, got my brain into gear. We will draw this out and see if we like it, but I have a feeling that it needs to be so like. So that's the handle. Does this look too short? That's the middle of that. I think that's about it, actually. No worries, Sunkai. I should have said that. Take care of yourself. Make sure you have your drinks. I mean, I have my massive drink here. Because take care of yourself. And thank you so much for the raid. Like I said, I was watching you make the dress. Was it a dress? That's a dress. On your stream before, so. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid. So, and now I also have to put in an idea of where these holes go. So they are around, how tall are you? About 2.5. They're below that. That one is, oh, I need to make this angle, don't I? Yeah, that's the angle. There we go. And then the other one was literally where this one is, so... So there's like a hole here. And a hole here. I will need to make these a bit more universal. And then this one is a little shorter. Well, that's about there. So this is what's going to be cut out, and this is where speakers are going to sit. That's actually pretty perfect. Where's my other one? Ah, yeah. they're about right. Okay. And this goes. So I think this needs to go this way. I think it looks boring now because the second part is not on top of it yet. But let's cut this out and put that on top and see. Where is my scissors? God, I really need to make sure that I get my shit together sometimes. Then again, would it be me if I was organised? I mean, I am a gremlin. Chaos gremlin extraordinaire. Come on. There we go. Right. Just, sorry, microphone. So, and then cut. And this is not going to be part of the pattern, but it's just to give me an idea where the handle's going to sit. Alright. There we go. Right, so that gives me an idea. Right, so take. I need to. So this is one part, the other part lies on the other side. So this needs to go about there and there. The hole sits there, that's perfect. I think I could actually make it even longer. Because this is where the cutoff is for so this line, this orange line here, marks where the start is for the little indent here, where the Chainsword teeth start. So it needs to be like there. So that's actually pretty good because that's where I can start. So the reason why I'm being difficult as well is because we have a soundboard that needs to go in. So those of you who are not aware, so besides two speakers, I also have this tiny little soundboard that's going to go inside the Chainsword, and it's got 2 buttons. And if you go to my clips, my featured clips, you'll find a clip that's saved by JR where you can hear the sound of the Chainsword. So I'm planning that to have where the holes sit, to have them cut out like on here, and then there's going to be fabric behind it so you can't see, and then the speaker sits behind it, so that when I press the button you can actually hear the cutting sound of the Chainsword, and I've got the resting sound as well. So when I had my other one, I started working on putting safe space where how to put the soundboard in, but you can see how small this area is at the moment. So I had issues trying to make this so that, because there's also a battery that needs to go with it. Where's the battery? Here's the battery. So I've got a little battery. Now I bought this size because it fits actually in here. But I got worried that if that battery gets hot, it's really enclosed. And although EVA foam is pretty good, heat resistance wise, I was like, I need to find a way that's easier to access the battery, to be able to charge the battery, to be able to change something on it. So that's where I started working on having something that's sleeved, so that when it goes over here, this can be mostly cut out. So in here, this is the inside. This part this part's here that was going to be cut out, so I can fit the soundboard and the battery in a way. So that's kind of part of the planning, and I need to make a hole so here so that the speaker sits there so that you can hear it. So this is why they're not glued together yet, because I'm still pressing everything out so that when I have everything done, I can see that I have space where to put the soundboard. At the moment it's on my breadboard, so it's easier to figure out things with breadboards. And then I'm going to have the wiring goes through this little slit here to the handle, and then on the handle they'll have the buttons. So this is part of the reason why I'm being so anally retentive on how to do this. Because it's like so many things I want to put in. So yeah, that's why this is version number 3. Stay there, stay. Thank you. But yeah, so I've got a box full of teeth already done. But so this might be about right, because that's going to go there. That's the piece that goes on top. The only thing I'm wondering is if that's going to be alright, or if I should it less high. I think actually though that makes sense looking at the teeth there size wise. That means that this, or maybe make it a tiny bit longer, because or maybe it doesn't need it. I've got a lot of space. So yeah. So just fitting everything over. Does that look alright? This looks small, but actually it looks small on the picture as well. So yes, I think that works. Right. Now on to the cover bit. So the second layer that goes on top. Okay, you go there. You go back in your box. Now, is this piece big enough? I think so. Right, okay. Just need to cut. So that one goes there. So that's pretty much done. Make sure it's visible. Another piece. Because otherwise this is what happens. That's why I kind of tape it down. So, let me draw this box on here. Doesn't need this because it's... Right, so... Oh. Right, so now it's this part that's going over. So first things first, I need to make the markings. Oh, and in about 30 seconds you're going to get another ad. You get the ad, I'm sorry. If not, that means that you're one of my subscribers. Yay! Right, so have to find the middle. Because this at 10 centimeters of return. Right, let's... Yeah. No. 9 centimeters. Let's use 9. Yoink. Oh, did I measure from there? 7 centimeters from there. So... how wide? 3 centimeters. Yeah. Okay. I think it's kind of rounded, so let's do that. Okay, so then we go down 2.5 centimeters, and from there it's 7. Okay, see how far that is. 16. Is that right? Yeah, it's quite straight that up. Okay. Then 3 centimeters. And then straight up, because this goes on anyway. Yep, and then there's a rivet here. This is where we're going to put a magnet so that it closes on top of the base, so it doesn't move. There's probably going to be a magnet here as well, but an invisible one. So magnet. So now right, so feels like these are similar width. Hang on, so 1, 2, no, it doesn't work. That's wrong. I think that looks alright. So I need 3 holes in between those. Sorry, doing math in my head. That's what I'm doing at the moment. This is the middle of that one. That's the middle of that one. So then that's the middle of that one. So there, 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 there. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. God damn it! I hate math. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, so 1. 5/8. No. 8 divided by 5 is 1. God damn it. Where's the calculator when you need it? 3/5. Oh, that's horrible. Hang on. Can I? Let's use the. Okay, so it's about 3 inches. Damn it! So this is where 1 starts and ends, starts, ends, starts, ends. That might work. And they go one, 2, 3. No, that still doesn't work. God damn it. Ah! Right. How many? Whoop. Doesn't help if your earpiece falls out. Ah. It's just not nice in amount of how to divide this. Right. Where that starts is like the middle. So if I make them, they need to be wider than 1 centimeter. Okay, so make it 3. make that on 2. So what we've got left, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. If I do this, then 1, that actually works. But the holes look about similar size, so right, so let's try something. We want to have a different colour. Here we go, different colour. From here to here. Here. I think that might be better. I think that's the one. Right, I think we got there in the end. Right. And I need to make sure that they don't go below this line that I created. So right, and then I think that has finally looks like something. There we go. Of course, all the corners have to be slightly rounded because that's kind of how everything goes here. I think that looks right. So let's try that. Scissors. Right. Sorry, that was a lot of mumbling and head calculations and all that. why do I do that? Oh yeah, because I'm going to put it on there, aren't I? So that I know where to put it. Come on. Here we go. Right. Let's see. Oh, stop throwing things on my mouse so things happen. Oh, go sit there. Thank you. Oh, let me cut these out. Ow. Here we go. So let's see if that fits and looks alright. I need to make and clean up again because it's a mess. Right, let's grab you. Yes, things always fall. It's just... Right, so put you here, put you there. Now it sticks out because there's going to be a side on the side here. Let's see if this works the way I want it to work. You go sit there, sit there. That is... It's difficult to show without moving my hands. But that would work because I can glue it here on this part there. So glue that, glue that. I might have to make this longer. Because it's at the moment it needs to go underneath here. Or if it's just against it, that should be alright as well, so like that. And then the circular thing starts underneath. Ah, that would work. But I do think that is the right size. Oh, actually, I'm just looking at something. I mean, it looks weird how I move my head to look at the Chainsword, but yeah, I do think these start. So before I had these like quite a lot lower, like here. But now it makes sense that they're actually only there where there's ventilation. Hang on, go back on where you're supposed to go. Here you go. There we go. I think that works. No! I can see the lines. Oh, for fuck's sake, and it makes my hand move weird. So it is probably my PC that I need to replace. I need to have a Google about this. But I think that is in principle pretty much the way I would want it. Yeah, I know. It's like God's sakes. But like, does this make sense? Is this too big, this bit? There's gonna be... it's how my calves feel. The muscles in my calves just contract on a regular basis. It's just one of those things. But what do we think? Oh, this line start again. I'm not even been live for 2 hours. Stop it. Because now I know as well where I need to make the hole for where the speakers are going to sit, because that's going to be here. Maybe make them a little higher, because they actually look like they're in there. So, can I? No, it has to be there. Or make them bigger. Or just this feels... Actually, that works. No! And the thing is, it's both cameras doing it, so it's not the camera. Anyways. Right, let's hold it like this. Does this make sense? Maybe make this a little longer here, like a tiny bit. Ah, this was a terrible cut. Right. Now it's too short. Right, so Right. Right, maybe see if this is better. Right, let's see. I think that's better. Tiny bit edit. So wondering if I should make this one thicker. It might have to be shorter. No, I think it's alright. Damn it! Brain! I think this is too big. I think I know what's wrong. Ah, got some cleanup to do before when I finish. I think this might be better. Alright. Yes, now I like it better. Right, stay there. And you need to go this way. Right. I think that's an improvement. So now this is not as sharp. I think that works better. And this is going to be one piece that's going to curl around just like this is. Right. I think that's trying to hold this so you can see it. So you've got the end. See you in a bit, Chappie. I do think that works. What do you think, JR? Yeah, I do think that works out. So what we'll have to do is like cut 2 out of this shape. Then there's going to be a strip there, the 2mm foam on here, strip there, so you get the cover. And this is going to be made out of the 10mm foam, and it's going to be double. But I don't want to do that one yet because I need to measure how far it needs to go over. Because that's the issue that I had with this one. I cut it out and then I realised it was literally a couple of millimeters too short and it didn't fit right. Oh, I needed that. Right, so and I didn't prepare the 7mm foam. It's still on my rack. But I do think that will work. So we'll just need, because then we need to build up this part here. So the part where I don't have it here. Oh, this part. That's going to be part of the sleeve. So that will have to now that I have an idea of how this fits, we can have a look at. I'm not going to cut it yet because I know myself. So this is going to here. So that's kind of the line where it's going to be covered. So I need to be able to, I can cut on that side. So important piece to keep, so that when we look at the inside, actually, it doesn't matter on the inside. Yeah, no, it does matter. It matters for here. And we have to keep a little strip. Or we can just put so we need to have, because for structural reasons, of course. And to be able to have the plastic pipe be able to slot in and out, it still needs to be able to have that as well. Now this doesn't matter here. Oh. Because it's going to go over it. Oh, and I need to mark. So I need to should have just used my fucking craft knife, didn't I? Instead of trying to do this with my fucking scissors. Where the fuck? I really need to prepare better. I did prepare some, but where the fuck are my precision? Ah, precision knives. Might have to make some on the computer, and so that I get some really nice cutouts, because these are not that great, but for now it will do. That'll do for now. So I always lose everything. Here we go. That's where the speaker's gonna sit. So actually I can do... Right there. So now I have to make sure that there's a hole on each side so I can fit the... So that the speakers are going to sit here. So I have to make a circle slightly smaller than this one. So on this ridge, so that literally I can just go in and then go to wherever the soundboard's going to sit. Because there you go. Is this? Yes. I have to make it this way. Oh! That would be perfect, because that means I would be able to open it. If this opened on the end, I can literally take it apart, not having to move any of this, but then just charge the battery. I can make the battery here. You go here, so the battery goes in there. And now I can oh no, I have to unplug it. Oh no, because I want to be able to see it. So put that there, put the battery here. And then I need to put longer wires in to go to the other side, but I think it fits. And then I can very easily, when I take off the two sides, I can easily access the battery to charge it, or if I get two, replace the battery, plug it back in. Because you will be able to see it through the top here. I think that works. Even I can cut out all the way to the end, because I was just thinking, if I need to make a tunnel, I can just put pieces of, after it, once everything's in there, do that. So I'd have to... I can make a slot here, and make a slot here. But for this I need to just be a circle, so it's easy to just put the... Or make a pocket so you slide them in. Or slide them in from there. That would work. So slide in. Because I still need to make the wires go to the other side. Oh, but I can just... Yeah, no. Because it's going to be covered anyway. And I need to make a hole in the pipe so that the wires for the buttons go into and then be out again out of the other side where the handle's going to be with the buttons. And I don't have to go all the way to here. I can just literally... I will need to figure that one out still. But I'm happy to say it means that there's a lot more space. I only have to open one side. I don't have to only have to make a hole on one side. So one side can be like this, just with the hole, and the other side, the open side. But yeah, I'll have to figure out to make sure that nothing rattles, especially the soundboard, but also the speakers, so that they, once they go in, where the speaker's supposed to be, here, I will have to figure that one out more. But we've got somewhere. Because I think to access, I only need to have access to one side. And since they're going to be sandwiched together, or for the bottom parts, what I could do is cut it out in a circular way and cut this piece in a circular way, so I can put the speakers in, thread the wires some way, this way maybe, and then put this piece back on, and then it's... But yeah, because this is going to be glued here. Oh, this is such a puzzle. When you watch Kamui cosplay do these things, and of course he's got a laser cutter, so it's, you know, doesn't have to manually do stuff. It's like, oh yeah, we'll put them just there. It's like... Because you have to imagine it's going to be open. There. It's going to be stuck like this. And this is going to be the cutout. still need to get the sides all nice and neat as well, because there's a terrible at making straight lines. Oh, okay. I need to make some templates, so I have these nicely made, so I can put them. Oh, they only have to go into this part. They don't have to go in here. I'm worried to do it because I'm like, I don't want to waste. But I'll have to do it to actually start looking into whether it works. Ah. Let's try it. Put you away. Let's try it. This is scary as fuck, but let's do it. I need my metal one. Panda, thank you so much. Absolutely, praise the Emperor. Ah. And thank you so much for the follow. Just a warning, you may get an ad in about 30 seconds. Oh fuck. I don't know what's gonna happen. or Dos Senos. Oh, really now? I assume you're well aware of the Warhammer universe then. Not everybody is that joins the stream, but I have a lot of people who are purely Warhammer fans and not cosplay fans. Cookies. You cannot have an Inquisition without coffee. You just can't. It's you know, the Emperor agrees. Oh, this is scary. Yes, exactly. Oh. And people wonder why I actually wear makeup on stream. That's why. It's to hide the eye bags. But I do like your name. Panda Gosu. Panda Godesu. Ah! I will get my words out one day. Right. This is the scariest thing I've done so far. Because if this is not right, I have to redo it again. So let's hope this is gonna work. Alright, let's put this back in its spots. I think that right. Thing is, where are the tech priests when you need help with your chainsword? So if you go there and then up and down and then you stick there, that might work. Right, and then you go around here. Oh. Right, make a couple of small ones. I do think this is going to work. I mean, oh, how many? I've had 2 follows today. Does that mean I'm 5 away? Am I 5 away? Yeah, 5 away from 200. Whee! Right. Now the question is, I need to put those. Reason why I'm taping everything and I'm not gluing anything yet is because we are doing some experimental stuff. Because there is no way of knowing whether this is going to work or not. That's stuck. Right, where's my speaker again? Here. Yeah, that should fit. So I have to cut out a hole. That's so. Where's my battery? Battery. Yeah. And the thing is, I don't. This side needs to be cut out, but this one doesn't need to be. Yeah, because the board fits in that as well, doesn't it? Doesn't even need to be. Yeah. So I can fit the board on there. See, that's another thing, is when I bought these speakers, I knew I needed to have a size that was a maximum of 2 centimeters so that they could fit in properly. So yeah, that works. I don't have to do the same thing on this side because it only needs here we go. So that's look. There's a chainsword in here, I promise. And the chainsword's gonna have sound. That's why we're doing all this malarkey. So if I turn this around and open it up here, I would need another hole for the speaker to go on the other side, so I need a hole there. But I could put a piece over it so it doesn't fall out. So I need, I'll take you out, to write where the holes are going to sit on this side. Get in there, get in there. Ah. Go. And are you on the right corner? Yes, you are. And are you on? Yep, you are as well. So somewhere around there. is where the speaker's going to sit. Oh, actually, I can do that. Actually, no, because this is this side that's going to just have the hole, but this one does have. Just to make the line to go that one, that one. Yes. There's a point there, and there's a point there, and there's a point there. Do not go over this line. So there's going to be a circle here. So this part needs to be open, so I can put the speaker in like that. And the battery, and then soundboard on top. So that means, oops, somewhere I will have to measure them out properly. And how far? That's the cutoff line. So oh no. This from this line to this line, and from this line to this line. So to cross out, remove that. Same here. So we have those little pockets so that we can so that when these are on top of each other, so we got a bit of a sandwich there, and that's where the soundboard, the speakers and the battery will live, and that's where the pipe will go. Oh, you fell out. I think we have a plan, and so then we have the side here where we have the little inside where the Chainsword teeth are going to sit. There we go. that's the wrong side. That's the other side. It's this way around. So this way and then this way. Oh, come on. Yeah! We're getting there. Yeah, so that's going to be the sleeve that's going to be sitting around it. Still think this is too big, but well, too big is not a problem. We can make things smaller. You can't make small things big. Well, in general, you can't add things. You have to recut them. Sorry. But yeah, that's pretty much the two layers. So the bottom layer, the second layer, and that slides over where the holes are, so I can access the soundboard and speakers. Oh, it looks like the plan is coming together. Right. I'm looking at the time. There's not much I can do at the moment extra. So then that sits there. And then battery goes there. Then go. Here we go. Excellent. I might have to make something that it doesn't, move around in here. But I can easily make a little, like in here. To make like a little piece foam so that it sits here and there. And it doesn't move. Because the same thing we'll have to do with the soundboard. I'm going to cut some of the legs off. And then... Actually, I'm thinking. I could probably make something out of foam clay. And then put that in the foam clay. So the foam clay has the holes, and then just put like a band on it so that it doesn't move out. That will work, because the legs are long enough that the long pins. Ah, where did you go again? You go on that one. The long pins, so they kind of get stuck, and then it would fit. We'll have to think about that. We'll have to think. Or at least I have to think. You guys have to just watch. To make sure that I can make sure that it doesn't move. Same with the speakers. Once I put it in, it needs to be something over it. So that they don't move out. So for this one, we have to cut a hole to go down to the speaker. And then a hole on the other side, so the speaker is visible there. And just knocks more stuff on the floor. But yeah, I think for next week, I'll make sure I have things more sorted out. Then we can start gluing things together, I think. Oh no, we can start cutting, we'll start cutting out the sliding cover. So we make sure that all fits together. And actually works, so that I can take it apart. So, looking at the time, I'm going to have to start looking into closing the stream. Right, so. Right, okay, let's do this. Let's see. Let's pause the music so we can. And clear the mess off the screen, because that's always one thing. Anyways, I have to finish at 7 p.m. My time, which is in about less than 15 minutes. So that I have an hour to make some food, feed the cat, who's been mostly asleep at the moment. Feed the cat, and then I'll be playing a video game called Planetside 2 with some of the people that are watching. So, let's see who I can raid. Anybody that I follow. Anybody streaming that I follow. Oh, I told you so. I could raid into the Warhammer channel. They just the last Vegan Open 2025. But yeah, no, because it's just a waste of my stream. I am going to go and raid I Told You So. She came into the stream last week, and was supposed to start on stream. Was it going to be her first stream, and she couldn't get her stream to work, and so she is a brand new streamer. And it's always lovely to raid someone who's new, give them a little bit of a boost. When I started about 3 years ago, it's really, really hard to stream when you have literally one person watching. I love the fact that there's so many people now watching me, but it's only because people watch me, and then people see there's multiple people watching, and that then attracts more people. So I'm going to raid her. It's early morning for there. Here you go. She's got 3 viewers though, so it's nice to give you guys. Right, so let's do that. Then we go back here. No, that's the wrong one. That's one. Here we go. Right, so next week I will be back. Same time, 4 o'clock Central European Time, GMT +1. For those of you who followed me, thank you so much. I know Sunkoi is not here anymore, but Sunkoi, thank you so much for raiding. Thank you for all the raiders that came and hung out with me. I'm going to send you on to the next raid. And we're going to auto shoot. They're making jewelry, it's not cosplay, but they came into my stream last week and they were lovely. And I like lovely beans, so we're going to go and raid them and give them some viewers and get them some more followers. So I will see you next week again. We continue with this Chainsword. We'll start building the handle to make sure that everything works. And who knows, we might actually get to gluing. It's a miracle. So yeah, everybody have a great weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you next week.